Welcome back, guys. So now in this video we'll be completing the task that I've asked you to do. So now the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to uh, import use effect, and I'm going to import use state as well from over here. And then I'm going to create two arrays. The very first array would be student array, set student array, and use state video of empty array, and I'm going to create another array which will contain all of the developers. So developer array, set developer array. Alright, now we'll also use effect, which will run for the very first time. So we have imported this testimonials, right? So now the confusing part, or perhaps the part where we have to think the most, is this part. We have to basically filter out all of the developers and store it inside the student array. So I've shown you in the previous video of the filter function. It's very easy. So we have to create a new array and write testimonials dot filter, all right, which will return a higher of function which will have three parameters, and in this case I'm just using one parameters. And right over here I'm write value dot developer is equals to true. This particular array will give me all of the values that are having the value dot developer is equals to true by just writing the small function. So you can make it even more smaller by just directly, you know, putting this up right over here. All right, which I'm gonna do now. I don't need double semicolons. And now right over here we will also write over here this should be set developer array, not over here we are just filtering out the values that this testimonials will return. I'm just returning the value which has developer is equal to true. All right, so that is how it will work. So now set student array testimonials dot filter value dot developer is equals to, not description, is equals to false. All right, make it triple equal to. So now we have this particular developer array. So in order to check if it is working or not, I'm just going to create one more use effect which will have two dependencies, student array and developer array. And I'm going to console log both of these values, student array and developer array. So now that is how it would work. All right, let me just reload this thing. I don't know what's wrong with. So basically, as you can see, right over here we have the student array which will have the developers as false. All right, and we would have a developer array where developer is true. So there you go. The most difficult part is done. So now the other part is just doing the part, like basically mapping the values into the DOM. All right, so right over here I'm gonna change this thing to student, and I'm gonna change this thing to student array. All right, so as you can see, all the students are getting mapped automatically. So now just below this thing I'm gonna copy and paste the same part over here, and I'm gonna create one more container paste it over here, and we'll have the name of developer testimonials. So here we are having this student testimonials, here we are having developer testimonials. It is automatically getting mapped. So over here, let me just change this to developer array. Cool, developer testimonials, right? Great. So that is how it is working. Now the other challenge that I have for you, which I will cover in the next video. So I basically want you to check if this testimonial is a student. I just want you to basically remove this part where we have just created this thing. All right, remove this part and just make this thing as testimonials. All right, yeah, here. So basically what I want you to do, I basically want you to change the styling of a particular card based on if the student is a developer or not. So if it is a developer, make it to something like green, or perhaps any better color that you can think of. And if the person is not a developer, then make it to something like another some other color. All right, so you can go ahead and do that now. And if you feel that you cannot do it, then you should probably complete the task with me in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.